Hey guys, what's up? Keith here, hanging out with Jesse. Tonight we've got you guys in our special little play area. We have this little room we've been working on for about 5 years. We're still not fully done. We want to paint out the rest of it and get the ceiling done, make it look like clouds and stuff. We got dreams for it. Give us another 5 years, we're going to be done. But anyhow, this is where we're at so far. We call this the Pro Noob Scale Test Course Micro Mountain. You guys seen clips of before, but we're finally at the point where we kind of want to show it off a little bit. It's looking good so far. Again, a little bit of paint and some upper work to get done. We have some more trails going in and such. But anyhow, let's talk about it. We started this in where our studio is now, and we had 2 sections in a U. It's a lot smaller. We ended up cutting it up, dragging it over to this room, throwing in this room. Once we cleared it out, we didn't need the space for anything else. Anyhow, this is about $2,000 worth of spray foam and Quickcrete, Ready-Crete concrete. We were dyeing it and coloring it before, as we see some different variations of colors in it. But we ended up just switching over to laying out the foam, cutting that. Everything you see on the walls and all that is held on with hot glue. A good strong hot glue, a good clean panel wall, and my 20-pound cat Ron runs and jumps on it. He's broken out this piece a couple times, but otherwise very sturdy, very strong, easy to repair. We just finished going back through fixing everything he broke over the summer when we worked in here, and got it fixed up pretty good. For coloration, we're using Rust-Oleum Accent Stone Textured Finish. We went with this finish. It looks good. It has a little bit of that tan color, which works good. The concrete kind of gives you a darker color. This will bring it into about that color. Pretty cool stuff. So we found that was the easiest way. This also, when you're using the dyes that you can buy for the concrete, you'll actually start to pick that up on the RC tires and on your clothes and stuff, and it gets on the floor, and then it gets tracked across the basement, and then you end up having to switch it all over, wash the floors, repaint the floors, get yelled at a bunch of whatever. Anyhow, let's take some runs on it tonight. Tonight's lineup, we are gonna run the all-new Axial Lexus GX 470. Now we have all stock still, minus the brass Power Hobbies steering knuckles, and we have the RC 4-wheel drive 1-inch stamped steel wheel, non-weighted, and we're running the Pitbull rocker tire. It does fit perfectly, really nice on there. It is a 52mm tire. It's actually a little bit smaller than the stock tire, but it's got about 10 times the performance with the traction plus having the foam. Just completely different tire. Alien compound. Absolutely love the Pitbulls, and this truck climbs way better. It is a little bit top heavy and a little bit tall in a couple of our tight spots on the trail, but otherwise gets down pretty good. We'll get in that, check that out soon. Then we've got our Axial Power Wagon, of course, our way. Obviously, we cut the top open. Ronnie Cat jumped on it here. We got to fix the cage on that, but that's another time. This guy is on stock axles. He does have a Injora rock light kit in him. I'm not going to put him on the camera. He's pretty bright. The motor in it is a Amazon 050 brush motor, 10-12 bucks, cheap. But it is packing the Castle Creations Nano ESC on this side, and we're running a 3S smart battery in there, so it does have a nice little bit of sauce for it. For micro, you don't always need brushes to have a good time with these. And then we're gonna run the Yeti. We call this guy the Yeti just because he's big, lunky, ugly. This is our STX24. Well, loosely STX24. It's based off an STX24. The only part of this from Axial would be the rear hinge and the body. Everything else is complete aftermarket, from the Ramp Crab long wheelbase chassis, the Ramp Crab links, Curitech motor, and motor mount. The transmission is Axial too. We'll give them that. We do have the Eco Power servo on the front that does have the mount for it. Now I am gonna recommend just stay away from that one. It does not seem to have any more power than the stock servo. Now we are running on the portals, and we are on a bigger tire than factory, yada yada yada, but it's pretty lame. I'm not impressed. We do have the voltage turned up to the 7.2 off of the Fury Tech ESC with the built-in Bluetooth app. So we're running the most potential we can get to it, and it's just very lackluster. I think the $22 E-Maxes that we run on most of our other trucks are holding up great. Like this guy here is running a $22 E-Max, and you'll see the difference when we hit the lines, but it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it can still crank out no problem. Okay, well, maybe not no problem, but still better than stock, so. So this truck is on Injora steel wheels. I forgot to mention they are a deep dish steel wheel, but they have a nice aluminum inside locking core ring. And the tires on it are the J Concept 1.0 ruptures. They fit the wheel and the tire combo absolutely amazing for this build. Very stoked on how that came out and looked. We have other wheels we could put on, fancy it up, but I think the build suits the wagon steel wheel. Now these are the stock plastic big bore shocks that come factory on the truck. They work fantastic.
stuck in that hole.
Having all the power on top. I wouldn't borrow one of that. Okay guys, let's talk about the Axial Lexus before we run it really quick. Now, I didn't want to buy it. I knew it was going to be top end heavy. To me, a Lexus really isn't like the off-roading vehicle of choice, more of like a Jeep or a Cherokee or something you want to go beat on. A Lexus a little high. Then I realized this Lexus is just a RAV4 really. I kind of looked at it for a while. You're like, man, it's just a RAV4. You're looking at it. Somebody got the wheel ladder on the back there, all the gas tanks and crap on the top. That can come all off. Come all off? Oh, oh. You can remove that stuff and make the truck perform better, but I think it looks pretty good on there. A little bit of brass down low helps. Probably a lot of brass down low would help a lot more. You can keep the scale stuff up if you went to a little bit heavier wheel, but honestly, we bought the truck, we changed the tires, we put some brass knuckles on it. Let's check it out. I'm actually pretty surprised at how the guy gets around. Now, he's also I believe he's a 127 millimeter wheelbase. Anyway, he's 6 millimeters shorter, which is a 1/4 inch shorter than your deadbolt or your standard short wheelbase. So he's a extra short wheelbase. So it means he can get around a little bit tighter and stuff. But he is taller, so he don't fit in gaps like through there and such. So. Another selling feature was the headlights on it. I do appreciate a hard-bodied RC that's got like the wiper details, the mirrors, the snorkel, the bumper lights, the Milo off-road molded bumpers, the bumper molds in the back. It's probably more than the headlights at this point. It kind of sounds like I'm saying, but the headlights were the main selling feature to me. The paint too, if you notice, it's actually like a metallic, sparkly white instead of just a white like everybody else does. They're black also, has a metallic to it, and I think the silver is, well, silver. Yeah, let's check her out. No way, no way. Friendship Rock, what do you think? Those are before those. The black. Okay. Then we made it. trick is in these precarious situations, you try not to be herky-jerky and stop and start. Slowly keep moving, though the brush stops it. Back over. Oh, that's it. We have lines. Hey guys, I don't know if you've seen the short we did with it the other day where I said I was very happy with it. I wanted to get it into the video, show you guys we are extremely happy with it. It is a very cool package from the sliders, everything in it. They've really outdone themselves on this micro. Very happy with it. It was cool to come out with the base camp alongside. You have two different price points, two different type vehicle. This one will be kind of more, you know, scale, more trail, and the base camp be more easily to go comp with and build into a comp truck. So anyhow, one more truck to run. Okay, since we talked about the other ones, let's talk about this one really quick. Remember that ramp crab chassis we just talked about? Now that was $49 Canadian, dirt cheap. Comes with the magnetic body mounts, the nice aluminum cross members, the links, also the brass links for whatever wheelbase you pick. Now the brass links from them, we did another video on it, but anyhow, they have a proper rod end and it is screwed on like laterally or sideways through the mount. So far, no problems. We're working good. We haven't broken. We haven't really beat on them that much, but it also, with this machine on the portals and such, it's not really for beating. This is more of a meander kind of crawling around. But anyhow, oh yeah, Proline big bore shocks on there. Now, we've had a couple issues with those Proline big bore shocks with the threading on the top of the caps is not been behaving that great for us. Out of 3 pairs of shocks, at least 1 or 2 caps were either cross-threaded when they put on or bad threads to get them off. One of the shocks got marked. It wasn't the greatest outcome with that. So okay, so this guy running with the portals, with the 30% gear reduction or whatever it is in the portals, 27, I can't remember whatever it said, and with the Fury Tech brushless, this thing can just crawl, just barely anything. It gets down pretty good, and it's got a big motor in it, so it does have a lot of power, a lot of, not a lot of speed, but a lot of torque and a lot of power if you want. So. Tires on this are J-Concept Megalithic, 63mm tall, and these are mounted on the Proline wheels that come on the pre-mounted B-locks on the Baja Pro X's. We took those off and put these on there. Classic wheel, nothing fancy. We're not running any additional weight besides the full aluminum portal axles. Okay guys, so before we continue on, just a quick reference point. We've got the bone stock truck, we've got the highly modified, and then we've got the extremely modified. So we'll just show you, you've obviously seen the two different types of driving. Let's roll with this guy now and see the Okay, so obviously Yeti is on those full aluminum Power Hobby portals I keep talking about, but it's a different animal to drive than the other two trucks. Obviously the Lexus is more really scale. You really need to pick your tire position to keep your axle from dragging, getting caught. The Power Wagon is a bit wider, definitely a lot more horsepower in it, but it still has a low diff. This guy just kind of meander around. He's more like skill, I don't know. I would almost put him like with the AX24, where you just meander around slowly, you just slowly pick your lines and slay them. It does have that big brushless in it, but I know I'm going to explode one of those portal boxes if we start hopping and getting silly on this thing. There's a lot of tiny parts in it. So this guy's been a lot of fun just to slowly cruise around. But it's pushed in the right direction. See that they just got no power in that circle there. So now it's going on. Okay guys, so I can promise you there is no better way to kill time than having one of these in your basement. So if you have a sweet wife like I have that lets you have space like this to build your toys in, and you live in a crappy old farmhouse, you don't mind tearing up a room like this. So okay guys, well thanks for coming out, hanging out, playing in our little play place. There's going to be a lot more videos to come. We're finally, like I said earlier, at the point where we're happy enough to show it off. We're going to get the rest of the walls painted to look like the fake sky, and then we got to do some scenery and stuff in there, just kind of blend it together. It does look a lot better than looking at that, I'll promise you that right now. So we'll get that done. We do have some more lights to add in here to get a little bit more lit up, but yeah, we're finally going to be almost done, but a lot of footage to come up with the micros. We got a few micro builds coming up. Stay tuned for that. We'll see you guys next weekend on the next video.